Alright, I want to get to the point where I want to draw some shadows on this guy. And we also need to create a silhouette so we can easily paint around this guy. Because when I want to color the background later, I don't want to have to work around him. So it'll save us a lot of time if we make a layer that just really has his silhouette on it for the colors. So what I'm going to do is get just under the drawing. So I'm going to go down one level to the previous layer just below the one on top and add a new layer. So we'll have the drawing on top, the final drawing, and then this layer, which is blank now, and then the rest of our stuff. So I'm going to zoom up and I'm going to grab the lasso tool. Okay, it's over here in the selection tools. And on the canvas, I'm going to start tracing out the edge here. Now, honestly, this part can be a little bit tedious, but once it's done, it will help us out quite a bit. Now, also, another thing I want to point out, you'll notice that as I add a new selection to the existing selection, it just adds the selection, right? Because I'm in, if you'll see on the far left, I'm in the add mode, okay? If I hit the erase mode, I can remove. But I want to stay in the add mode because I'm adding to my selection right now. And I'm just trying to stay just right in the middle of the line that I drew. You also want to make sure, by the way, that the anti-alias option is unchecked. If you have this checked, start over. Sorry, I totally forgot to mention that. But yeah, make sure anti-alias is unchecked. This is on, this is off. Make sure it's off. Because if you don't, then all of our little jagged edges here, or all of our selection edges will have jagged edges as opposed to like clean edges. And the good thing is once you've done this once, you don't have to do it again. It's a one-time process. And see right there where I went outside of his head, I'm just going to switch to the remove and remove it. So now I should have one big selection of just my guy, right? So if I go to the bucket tool or the fill tool, whatever it's called in this app, we'll go to the bucket tool, and I'm just going to pick a, just kind of, what do we want to do here? Let's just go with like a warmish middle tone, and I'm going to fill on a pixel fill type. Make sure it's pixel. And I'm going to deselect my selection, and now you can see that I've got a nice silhouette of my guy on this layer. If I click the layer and hide all other layers, it will isolate that so you can see it by itself. Okay, and we can use this as a selection, which is what's nice. So we'll show all the other layers again. All right, so now I've got my selection around my character, and I'm going to go ahead and just hide these other colors for now. This other color, this layer that we have selected, I'm actually going to hide it because we don't need to see this part. We just needed to make that selection. You can take this layer and you can move it to the bottom. It doesn't really matter. We're just using it for the purposes of getting the selection there. So if I want to start drawing shadows on my guy and not worry about going inside the lines, this is a good way to do it. So I'm going to make a new layer underneath my line art, and I'm going to call this shadows. I'm going to go ahead and deselect that selection just so you guys can see how this is going to work. So right now there are no selections, and we're about to do our shadows, right? So I'm going to click on this layer down here that has our silhouette. Okay? I'm going to click on that. And you see where it says load as selection. So if I load that, guess what? It's going to reselect our guy again. Very, very handy. Now, if I want to start painting on this guy, and I'm going to choose, let's get a marker. I'm going to choose the marker chisel, although you can choose whatever you like. You can also choose whether or not you, and I'm going to go up to this new shadows layer. You can choose whether or not you want to see the little marching ants, they call it, the little moving lines on the image. If you don't want to see that while you're working, you can hide it here under this 3 menu, but just don't forget the selections there because you can hide the selection and it's still not going to let you color outside of it. So as long as this little window is at the bottom that says transform and erase and mask and deselect, that is your clue that you have a selection, okay? You just can't see it. If you want to bring it back, go to more and then show selection. All right, so let's undo that. I don't actually want to see those things right now, so I'm going to hide them. And I'm just going to pick a kind of a nice gray color, kind of middle gray. It doesn't have to be specific anything. And let's see, is that a good size for us? I think that's a good size. And I'm going to start kind of filling in the sides that I want the shadows to appear. You can use any brush you want for this. There's absolutely no right or wrong answers here. And if you're going to do a big area, you can increase the size of the brush so you don't have to fill in all of it individually. And this brush has a little bit of a texture to it that makes it look like a marker, you know? And I don't mind that texture. So some of that I might let come through here. But anytime that, let's say that I've decided, well, you know, I don't know if I want the whole face in shadow, just, you know, hold the button. And you can erase with that same brush. So you're going both ways here. And I'm not worried about overpainting. I know I can always pull some of this back out. So in this case, if I know that most of him is going to be in shadow, I will sometimes just, let me load. I can color the whole thing in like this. And then again, just go back to the little modifier here and erase it from where I don't want it to appear. Actually, this side would be in the shadow, the way that I have this drawn. Because all of these shadows are on one layer, we can make adjustments to those very easily. So if you wanted to like go in and adjust the opacity, you could do that. So you didn't want it to be quite as intense. You could adjust the opacity. You could adjust the color. You could adjust all sorts of different things. I'm going to leave it where it is for now. And I want to add shadows to the background also. But we'll do them on the same layer. I'm going to keep them on my shadows layer here. And I still have my selection, right? You know, I can't color outside of him at the moment because that selection's still active. So I'm going to go to more and invert the selection. And now everything else is selected, okay? So now he's not selected, but the background is. Cool, right? So again, I'm just going to get my nice big brush, and actually not even that big. I don't want this color to be quite as dark, so I'm actually going to get a little bit lighter, maybe like 25% gray or so, because these shadows a little further away, and things that are further away tend to get a little bit lighter. Again, I'll kind of go outside of some of these edges. I can always clean it up. All right, so a little rough around the edges, but again, I can click my modifier and we can erase some of these rough edges that I didn't paint very well. All right, so we've got our shadows in the background. We can now deselect everything.